I'll revise again. What is cloud computing? What is the cloud computing? Say not only understanding, everyone should able to explain it. Everyone should able to explain the concepts. Okay, so what is the cloud computing is? The term cloud refers
on demand.
on demand IT services. IT services maybe infrastructure,
Infrastructure,
platforms,
software,
softwares, and
and application.
applications can be delivered to
Any device.
any device. Those can be delivered to any device, and the billing is based on the usage. If I use more, I'll pay more money. If I don't use it, we don't need to pay the money. Okay, so the billing is based on the usage we have. Okay, so that is the main advantage to go for. That is the main advantage to go for the cloud. Okay, so what are the types of clouds we have? So what are the types of clouds? Private cloud,
The cloud,
public cloud,
Private cloud, public cloud,
yeah, public cloud,
community,
private cloud, community cloud,
cloud, hybrid cloud.
hybrid cloud. Very good. Okay, so these are the types of clouds we have in the like cloud, and we may call multi-cloud is our term. Okay, so we can use multiple cloud providers also. A lot of companies are using multiple cloud providers also. They're using. Okay, any doubts on this? So then, what are the services offered by cloud? So what are the services have been offered by the cloud? The first service is IaaS. IaaS stands for
Infrastructure as a service.
infrastructure as a service. Second one is
service, PaaS,
Platform as a
PaaS,
service.
platform as a
Service.
service. And the third one is
Software as a service.
software as a service.
service.
Which is more important for the admins? IaaS is more important. After that, PaaS. After that,
SaaS.
PaaS. Okay, IaaS is very, very important. Okay, so can you guess what are the things we are going to get it from IaaS? In the infrastructure as a service, what are the services we are getting? So we are going to get the hardware. Then we are going to get storage. We are going to get network kind of resources. In the IaaS, we are getting hardware like CPU, memory, or we may call them as computing. Okay, storage related, networking related, all these we are going to get it. And in PaaS, what we are going to do?
Java.
Yeah,
Python.
Java environment or maybe .NET environment, or we may have a Python. There are a lot of Node.js. Okay, so whatever it may be the platforms we want, we need application servers, we need web servers, we need database servers, then we need a lot of middlewares. Okay, so or maybe DevOps tools. All these are available as the platforms. Even Active Directory, SMTP, SNMP, lot of things are there. Going forward, we'll discuss. In SaaS, softwares, applications, or maybe ERPs, all these are available. Can you tell me one of the basic application every day we'll use in our life as a SaaS? Microsoft is giving Microsoft 365 or Office 365. These all comes under SaaS base itself. For ERPs, Salesforce, SuccessFactors, or Workday, these all. Our software, there are some Swiggy, Zomato, all these also comes under SaaS itself. Okay, so then what are the main public cloud solutions we have in the market? What are the public cloud service providers we have in the market?
AWS, Azure,
Yeah,
GCP,
AWS, we have Azure, and we have GCP. Other than this,
OCI,
OCI, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, IBM Cloud, Ali Cloud in China. Okay, not only these, there are more than 100 plus providers are there, cloud service providers. These are all the leading providers. DigitalOcean is there, Rackspace is there. Those are all the hosting companies, but they're also providing cloud-based services. Okay, mainly AWS, Azure, GCP, these are all the leaders. Can you tell some of the examples of on-premises private cloud providers?
VMware and Citrix.
Yeah, VMware having VMware vCloud, Citrix having Citrix Cloud. Then one more is there called as OpenStack.
OpenStack.
OpenStack. I'll tell one example. Everyone have our Aadhaar data, right?
Yes.
Our central government is going to keep all that Aadhaar data. Can you guess they're going to keep in the public or private cloud? Which one they're going to use? Indian government?
Private, I think.
Private itself. Indian government not accepted to keep that data in the public cloud. Then they're using OpenStack also is one of the core infrastructure kind of a cloud service provider. Okay, so VMware vCloud, Citrix Cloud may be expensive, but even in that other data centers also they're using OpenStack also. What is the meaning of hybrid cloud? Can you tell one example of hybrid cloud? So on premises we may have VMware ESXi servers or VMware vCloud, and in the public cloud we may have AWS or Azure. So this is the best example for
Hybrid.
Hybrid cloud.
This is the best example for the hybrid cloud service providers. Okay, so then what is AWS? AWS stands for Amazon.
Amazon Web Services.
Amazon Web Services is like one of the leading cloud service provider in the world, and which is a subsidiary of Amazon.
Okay.
Okay, so which is a subsidiary of Amazon, has been started in 2004. How it is started is, Amazon has been started as an internal product. It's an internal product. That means they don't have any ideas to expose to public. For their internal developers or for their support team, if they want any infrastructure or if they want any server, okay, say those employees of Amazon employees, or maybe Amazon developers, or maybe support team, or maybe they'll have a QA testing team also. They can use AWS to provision infrastructure. Okay. Later they got an idea why we can't make it public. They made it public. Okay. So 2006 to 2010, most of the freelancers only used the cloud, because industry doesn't aware about that. Most of the freelancers, those kind of people only used it. From 2010 onwards, lot of startups used cloud, and those become enterprise-based companies. That means large-scale companies, those have been prepared. Then from 2012 or 2015 onwards, the large-scale companies also looked towards the cloud. Okay, from 2015 onwards or 2020, 21, due to COVID, all these also, nowadays everyone are running behind the public cloud. The demand for if you understand the graph, the demand for public cloud is increasing. the demand for private cloud is also moderate, but not expanding like how public cloud is increasing. How public cloud is increasing because companies don't want to take the burden of managing the infrastructure. Now, that is the responsibility of CSP. What is the meaning of CSP? Cloud Service Provider. That would be taken care by the cloud service provider itself. So these kind of like simple infrastructure, what is the advantage to the companies is companies can focus on their business, not on their infrastructure, applications and platforms. But in the last 20 years, the companies have been focused on the infrastructure also and platforms also, applications also, because those are very expensive to maintain. But what is the advantage to us is now those are very simple to maintain. Those are very simple to maintain. And AWS is one of the giant leader in cloud service provider. Data centers wise also no one able to beat the AWS. But for some services getting competition from Azure, GCP, but AWS market Azure don't want to acquire or Azure market GCP is not acquiring. Still there is a lot of open market is there. Means AWS expanding means it won't take Azure market or vice versa. There is a lot of market in that they want to acquire. Okay, so there are some advantages with the AWS is the largest and very stable kind of cloud service provider and which came early into the market in this area. Hence, definitely they will have the edge compared to other cloud service providers. But job market wise, any of the cloud is same. Okay, job market wise, any cloud is, that's AWS, Azure, GCP, anything is same. Okay, so here we have some terminology. What are those regions? Then available zones. Okay, so there are some terminology we have like wavelength zones, edge locations. So this is the terminology data centers wise. We have regions, available zones, wavelength zones, then edge locations we have, and for some of the bigger companies, they're giving a concept of local zones also. Okay, any idea? AWS presence globally in how many regions? Can you guess AWS presence in how many regions they have? Okay, so AWS is having 33 geographical locations. Can you guess where we have in India? AWS regions in India where they have is in 2016, they have started in Mumbai and next one is in Hyderabad they have. Okay, in India, Mumbai and Hyderabad we have. Like this all over the globe, how many locations they have? In how many locations? More than 33
locations.
locations. Those are called as regions. Those are called as regions. Okay, what is that regions we'll discuss. Hyderabad is like one region means in Hyderabad, they don't keep one data center. Okay, they will keep multiple data centers. Those are called as available zones. What is the concept of these available zones, or we may call it as zones, or we may call it as AZS, available zones. What is the concept of available zone is, in Hyderabad, they don't keep only one data center, like they're keeping 3 available zones. Okay, what is the advantage of available zones? If one zone goes down, still the solution is highly available from another zone. If one zone goes down also, we will have another zone. Okay, so what is the main problem with the regions is, if one region goes down, we can have another region, but disadvantage is latency between the regions. Between, say, suppose assume I have one in Hyderabad, second one in US, definitely I'll have some latency. Okay, the solution for that is, what is the solution for that? So we need to go for zones. In Hyderabad, why I'm taking example of Hyderabad is, at least we can have an idea how many zones we have. 3 zones we have, means 3 data centers. They'll have 3 data centers within radius of 60 miles, or maybe within 80 to 100 kilometers. With this, we'll get high availability and less latency. Say with the regions also we'll get high availability, but what is the problem? What is the problem? What is the problem with the regions? Latency would be more. Okay, that means if we want to transfer the data from US to India, it takes a lot of time. The solution for that is, what is the solution for that? The solution for that is, AWS is going to set up available zones, okay, within a radius of 60 miles or 100 kilometers. What is the advantage with that? If one zone goes down,
We can have another region.
another zone. Okay, and between those zones, we don't have latency because AWS have their own network also. Okay, so that data transfer may be even 100 GB per second also may be possible. Okay, so what is that meaning of 100 GB per second is, it's a huge data transfers can be happen. Okay, so if it is between the region, there would be some latency would be there. Okay, why the normal companies, why they can't go for multiple zones? Normally, say suppose Wipro or DXC have, or maybe HCL, why they can't go for multiple zones? Because it's very expensive. But for AWS, that's not a big issue. For each zone, AWS is investing in Indian rupees, maybe 5,000 Indian, 5,000 crores they're going to invest in the Indian rupees. And slowly in Hyderabad itself, they're going to invest 30,000 crores by 2029. Means in the next 5 years, they're going to add huge like infrastructure to those zones also. For the normal companies in a single location, keeping that many 3 or 4 zones is very expensive. But AWS can do this. What is the advantage they're going to get? Even one zone goes down also. Even if one zone goes down also, the solution is highly available from another zone. And are we getting latency or not?
Yes, we will get.
Yeah, we are getting very less latency. We are getting very less latency. Hardware, storage, network, power source is isolated from one zone to another zone. Means in Hyderabad itself, they may invest another 500 crores for the power supply itself. They don't take the power supply from the government because government may have a shortage also sometimes. That's the reason they don't take the power supply, and each zone may not have the same power source. What is the problem if both the zones having the same power source? If that is down, again it's a single point of crash. Okay, so when we are designing our infrastructure, better to keep minimum in 2 available zones. Better to keep it in minimum 2 available. What is the advantage with that? One zone goes down also. The solution is highly available from. Even if one zone goes down also, the solution is highly available from
second zone.
another zone. So suppose here we are going to design 100 servers we need to keep. Can you guess how we will design this? Maybe 50 in one zone, another 50 in another zone. Okay. Otherwise, maybe 30, 30, 40 also we can go. Then 20 to 30 servers will keep in another region also. That means if you have 100 servers is there in your business wise, better to go for 20 to 30% high, because that need to be included in the budget itself. Means don't go with only 100 servers. For that 20 to 30 servers buffer also we need to keep, and that's recommended to keep in. So if my complete region goes down, then what's going to happen?
Second region will
Second
place.
region is there. The 20 to 30 servers, once my primary zone is down, can be scaled up to 100 also. This kind of elastic kind of features are there in the cloud. Okay, for your applications, it's a small environment also. How many regions we are taking? 2 regions, and in each region, again better to keep in 2 available zones. Okay, Hyderabad is just one like logical name. In that again we have multiple locations. Is it fine? Okay, so now they're going to keep in, say suppose here Mumbai also, they started in 2016. Initially, like they have one rule, like they have only 2 zones also they have in some regions, but now they kept minimum 3 they are maintaining. Anywhere in the world in those 33 locations, they're keeping minimum 3, and in some there have a maximum of 6 also. Some US, North Virginia, having 6. No other regions have 6. Some of them have 4. But minimum they're maintaining is minimum how many they're maintaining? 3 they're maintaining. Okay. Any doubts on this? Any doubts? So now here try to understand. So just it would be one interesting map I'll show. Says in the Google type for AWS Global Infrastructure. AWS Global Infrastructure. How many regions they have? 33 regions, 105 available zones, and these all 600 edge locations. What are those also we'll discuss. Here this map is very interesting thing. Say here where we have Hyderabad, right? When it's launched?
2022.
22, and how many zones they have?
3 zones.
3 zones. Okay, so now if you go for Mumbai, this is Mumbai, launched in 2016.
60.
Available zones are 3. What are that local zones also we'll discuss. In Mumbai, how many local zones we have?
2.
2 local zones. Okay, these all US North American. Okay, so now here in North Virginia, how many?
2.6.
How many local zones?
14.
14. Waves and zones also 8 we have. Just go through which of the areas you have interested. And what is this meaning of green and red?
That means coming soon.
It's coming soon. Maybe every year they're keeping around 5 new data centers they're adding. Not mandatory, but minimum they're maintaining 5 regions. Okay, so now here if you go for 2006 one is North Virginia, one of the biggest data center. In 2006 they have started. If you see the history of AWS, in 2010, okay, say AWS has faced major outage. Okay, because North Virginia has been got the floods and the data centers, most of their applications are in North Virginia. Okay, so then they realize we shouldn't keep only in one location. They expanded all over the globe. They expanded all over the. So now if you see here, this 2011, so these all government data centers. So what is the like government data centers is everyone are not allowed. We need to get an approval from. We need to get an approval from the US government. Okay, Indian government not accepted to move to cloud. Okay, so now this is North California, started in 2009. Available zones are 3. Oregon 2011. Okay, available zones are 4. Local zones are 7. So now here, if you observe again in the US, they kept either on the west side or east side. They kept. I don't know the reason they didn't kept in any of the central part. Mostly on the Bay areas itself they kept. Okay, so either east side or west side, and Mexico also is coming soon. I think Canada they have Canada East and Canada Central they have. It's East, but not in the Bay Area maybe. That's the reason they kept us. Okay, so then here if you come Saudi Arabia, they are going to start. This is I don't know. Lot of things are there, and European countries also they have lot of regions. One of the European Union law is in any of the European data centers they can keep. That means like if England is there, not mandatory they need to keep in London only. Spain, Paris, anything is fine. any European company data keeping in North America, they're not supporting. Okay. So that is the European law. Maybe some companies follow, some countries may not follow also. And if you come to this, this is China regions. One Beijing, but we don't get these regions because China is not accepting for outside world to use their data centers. Means those two data centers are, those two regions are available only for those two regions are available only for whom? Those are available for China users only. Those are available for only China users. Okay, say tomorrow confirm any other governments also accepted to use AWS, because Azure is used by Germany government, also is used, China government also is using Azure. Go through what are the countries are using government regions also. Okay, so in each region again they have available zones, and in African countries only one is there. In African countries only one is there. Okay, so just spend some time on this. Okay, so we will choose AWS services is offered by two. Say that doesn't mean to use AWS services they don't want regions. Okay, because only 33 regions only there, and a lot of countries having multiple also, but it's used by 245 countries. And what are these local zones also we'll discuss, wavelength zones also we'll discuss. Then we have edge locations, direct connect locations. Say globally they're expanding. Okay, so now the AWS infrastructure is secure, extensive, reliable cloud platform, and more than 230 plus services is there. And if you go
Hello?
for AWS is a leader. Okay, so continuously mostly 5 years or 10 years. Okay, Cantor is named like again from the data center wise. Okay, say cloud platform services.
Hello,
Leading
Srikanth.
cloud
I
service
can't hear
provider is
you. Your voice
AWS.
is interrupting.
Hello. Okay, say AWS is the major leader and having
Hello?
130 plus services. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, your voice is not audible for past 2 minutes, Srikanth.
Yeah, is it fine now?
Yeah,
Okay, so AWS have the huge locations. Today we'll discuss more on zones and regions. Region is just a geographical name. In that again, geographically within a radius of how much radius? Within a radius of
18
50
to
miles
100
or 80 kilometers or 100 kilometers. We will spread across multiple zones. Even one zone goes down, the services are available from another zone. The services are available from another zone. Okay, so then we'll discuss today what are the major services AWS is offering. AWS is offering more than 230 plus services they have. So we started training when they have only 40 services, 50 services. Every year they keep on adding more services. And when the AWS has been started in 2006 to make it public, they given only 3 services only. But today they have under one roof of AWS Web Services or Amazon Web Services, they have 230 plus services they have. And we are going to learn around 35 to 40 services. Okay, 35 to 40 services which suits for our job profile and which is having the market, that kind of services we are going to learn. Okay. So then what are the important services we are going to learn in this course? I'll explain and try to get more service names and what is the purpose of that service, and what is the competitor service from Azure and the competitor service from GCP also. Okay, so then here the first service is EC2. EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. What is the meaning of EC2? It's Elastic Compute Cloud. What is that meaning is we are going to get high-end compute servers we are getting. Normally, we want a server, we need to purchase the hardware, we need to set up the installation, we need to configure the network, we need a lot of storage like SAN storage, all these very expensive kind of things. But if I go for the EC2, high scalable, high available computing resources are available from EC2. EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. What's the meaning of elastic? Whenever we want, we can stretch it. I want more servers. I want less servers. Okay, that compute resource means CPU and memory. From the cloud, we are going to get it. So hence, the first service we are going to learn here is EC2. EC2 stands for
Elastic Compute Cloud.
Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay, then here we are going to get the next service is EBS, Elastic Block Storage.
Service.
Okay, Elastic Block Storage. Another very, very important and very powerful service is VPC, stands for Virtual Private Cloud. Okay, so now try to understand what is the relation between these three services. We got one server. Okay, that's maybe that server we'll call as instance. In AWS we'll call as instance. It's nothing but a virtual server. Okay, computing resources. What is the meaning of computing resources? Maybe CPU and memory. CPU and memory is given by EC2. Storage is given by EBS. Networking is given by VPC. That means we are getting a instance or server, but here backend three services are used. What are those three services? EC2, EBS, and VPC. Okay, any doubt? Any doubts on this? So now the next another very, very important service is IAM. What is the meaning of IAM? Is identity and access management. Identity and access management. What is the meaning is, say we have 1,000 members in our company to manage AWS resources. The 1,000 employees required one username, password, authorizations, because for everyone I don't give the same permissions. That authentication and the authorization is managed by IAM. What's the meaning of IAM? Identity and access management. Identity and access management. Then another like very, these all the very base services and the core services of AWS. Okay, RDS, relational database services. Relational database services we have. Okay, then these all database, like you want a SQL or maybe, sorry, you want a SQL kind of database like MySQL, Postgre, Oracle. All these are available in RDS. Each service is killed some thousands of job opportunities. Means all database admin, storage admin, or server admin, Linux admins, they not kill the jobs. They're moved to cloud. If they don't move on one fine day, they would be fired. Okay, say as early as possible, every admin need to move into these technologies. Otherwise, they can't survive in the long run. Okay, any doubts on this? So what are the 5 services here? EC2, EBS, VPC, IAM, RDS. Okay, then another one is CloudWatch. CloudWatch we are going to use for monitoring purpose. CloudWatch we are using for monitoring purpose. Cloud Trial, this is used for auditing purpose. Say suppose someone deleted an instance. Who deleted that? I want to trace. This kind of auditing is possible through. That kind of auditing is possible through
Cloud Trail.
Cloud Trial. CloudWatch is for the monitoring of resources. CloudWatch is for the
Monitoring of the
monitoring. Cloud Trial is for
auditing.
auditing. We'll discuss more on this also. Then one more file storage related, Elastic File System. Okay, so we have one more Elastic File System is there. What is that? EBS and EFS will discuss. Another storage service is there called as S3. S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. What is the meaning of S3? Lot of people having a layman understanding of cloud is we are keeping data in the cloud. Okay, I hope everyone are using Simple Storage Service. One example is iPhone users may use iCloud, right? Means all your images, all those, or maybe in Google Drive or WhatsApp backup we are keeping in Gmail or somewhere. Okay, so like this, it's an internet storage. Whenever we want, we can download. Okay, OneDrive, Google Drive, or one cloud, or maybe we have this iCloud. Airtel also giving me 2 GB of cloud. Gmail also is giving. Like this, AWS wise, that kind of storage service is S3, but there is a slight difference between why we need to go for EBS, why we need to go for EFS, why we need to go for S3. Then we have another very important service, Route 53. Why we use Route 53 also we'll discuss. As of now, keep it's a DNS service. It's a DNS service we have. Then Beanstalk. Then database wise, there is one more is there called as Elastic Cache we have. Then DynamoDB. Okay, so that means here we have RDS, Elastic Cache, DynamoDB. There are other services also in storage database wise. We'll discuss those also. Then we have another important service is there, Lambda API gateway. These are little advanced kind of things, but definitely we need to have a good knowledge. Very important service which is going to give the job from the DevOps wise is EKS. Stands for Elastic Kubernetes. Everyone should have a good knowledge on Kubernetes and Elastic Kubernetes service. Okay, what is that? EKS also we'll discuss. Then ECS, ECR. For most of the services, what is that meaning of Elastic? We can stretch it. That means it's a dynamic kind of thing. If you don't want, we can reduce also. Okay, then there are some DevOps tools like code commit, code pipeline, code deploy, then SQS, SNS, SCS. Like this year, we are going to learn around 30 to 40 services. Okay, AWS directory service, what are those all services? We'll discuss. The similar way, if you know one service from AWS, Azure service also 90% same. Just terminology, navigation. Say suppose you may use Gmail, Yahoo Mail. The purpose is same, but the navigation and all those may be different. In the same way, GCP wise also it's almost similar. These all the, say suppose you don't like one product in Flipkart, as price is more, immediately you may go to maybe Myntra or Amazon, you may search it. In the same way, client also if not happy with AWS is coming to either Azure or GCP. The purpose is same. Here we have EKS, in Azure they have AKS. Remaining all 99% it's same. Okay, so this kind of maturity will give you 2 to 3 times of more job opportunities. That's mandatory nowadays as market is dull. Okay. Yeah, any doubts? So tomorrow we'll start first with EC2. What is the meaning of EC2 is Elastic Compute Cloud. So we are going to, tomorrow we'll create an instance also. We'll connect to that instances also in the next sessions. So Elastic Compute Cloud, very powerful, high-end, high scalable computing resources. We are going to get it from the AWS Cloud. Okay. Any doubts?